Hello and welcome back. Today we are talking about how to get leads to book trial classes for your gym. And the way we're going to start this conversation off is by talking about your sales process, because that is really the key driving factor on how we are going to convert these leads into booked appointments. And really, we need to have a well defined process in place that we can delegate to other staff members so it's easy for them to follow along with it. Or even better, is translate that process into an automation software so it can do it for us. So, to start this off, we're going to look at building our process first and getting clarity on what exactly it is we are trying to achieve. And we're going to do that by looking at our lead nurture loop. Now, our lead nurture loop is really just a way to think about building a process or building systems, right? All systems start with triggers, and triggers create these actions, and actions are followed by outcomes. So what do I mean by that is a trigger could be something like getting a new lead. When you get a new lead, it triggers an action to call the lead or to text the lead or to update them in your system and then call them and then pass that off to another staff member, whatever your actions are, right? And then actions are going to create outcomes. So an outcome might look like the lead answered our phone call or the lead didn't answer our phone call, and each of these outcomes act as its own separate triggers for new actions. So, to better help you understand this, we're going to walk through a example of this in real time. So you can walk through with me and see just how exactly it is I build my systems and how you could build yours. So when we scroll down here, we have already a templated system or a templated lead nurture loop out there for us, and we're just going to start filling in the blanks for it. So at the top here, we have get a new lead. That could be mean anything, but for this example, we're going to say get a new website lead. Somebody filled out our form on our website and now became a lead. So we have get a new website lead. So what happens when we get a new website lead? Well, me personally, I like to reach out to them via a text message to one, confirm that we got their inquiry, and two, start introducing class times to them. And I like to keep this open ended, saying, do you prefer morning or evening classes? So our first action of this process is going to be to send an SMS. Now that's going to create two outcomes. We're either going to get a response from the lead or they're not going to respond. So I'm going to put that in now. Lead responds, lead does not respond. And we're going to work the warm path first. We're going to work the path that is best for us, which is that the lead responds. So the lead responds, our action is going to be to answer any questions they have, but more importantly, we're going to try and schedule them for a trial class. So we're going to answer questions and schedule a trial class. Now, the outcome of this is either going to be that they show up for their trial class or they don't show up. And those are separate videos that we're going to talk about how to build that complete closed loop sales system and get those leads that don't show or don't convert back and engaged. But for right now, we're just going to show that the two outcomes here are either going to be that they show up for their trial or they don't show up. Show, trial, no show. Now we're going to jump back to the other side. This is the colder side, and this is the part that a lot of people neglect. So if the lead does not respond, typically I like to put that on a timer. If I don't hear back from my initial message in the first hour, I'm going to send a follow up text. So I'm going to update this. Lead does not respond in 1 hour. Our action from this outcome, which is really a new trigger, is going to be to send them a follow up message. So send follow up message. And now, what do you think these new outcomes are going to be? They're either going to answer that new message, that follow up message, or they're not going to answer it. So let's put those in now. Lead responds. So if the lead responds, great. Our new action is going to be to answer their questions and schedule them for a trial class. If the lead does not respond, now again, that's a separate video. I consider that lead to be cold. And cold leads get nurtured differently than warm leads. And I have a whole video discussing how to build cold lead nurture. So the simple action that this new trigger creates is going to be so the new action here is going to be we add the lead to cold lead nurture. So when we build out a sales process like this that is clear and easy to define, easy to delegate, easy to automate, but not only that, we have actions in place for any outcome a lead could have for us, right? So a lot of people fail to respond or to follow up with that lead after that first message, and then a lot of people fail to do anything if they still don't answer your follow up message. And a lot of people won't do anything even if they do answer your follow up message. So you can see how simple this lead nurture loop process makes when we think about our own sales process. So once we have a defined sales process in place, the real key that's going to drive the success of it is our speed to lead. So if I scroll down here, I'm going to introduce you to what's called the lead conversion curve. And this is basically telling us that the faster and more efficient we can be within our sales process, within our sales actions, the better and higher the conversions we're going to have. Because we are going to start to build momentum with the lead and push them through our sales process faster and convert them at each stage at a higher and higher rate. Consequently, if we are slow and we take our time and we get lazy and we neglect our process, it doesn't matter how good of a process we have built, we're still never going to sign up leads. We're never going to get them to book trial classes because we aren't pushing them through our funnel. So it's not just about building a good sales process, it's about committing to it, it's about being there for it and running it efficiently. And sometimes we can't always do this. And the solution is to automate it. That's why I'm a big advocate of automating your sales system because you don't have to be there for it all the time. It can run without you and it will run better without you. So just things to think about. But if you really want to get more leads to book trial classes, you need to first build a better sales system. And then you need to commit yourself to that sales system and push them through your sales funnel at a faster rate and at an efficient rate. So if you got help from this video, you got value from it, please leave me a like and subscribe below. It really helps me out, and I'll see you in the next video.